Chat, we're gonna do a clap sync. We're gonna pretend like the couple minutes didn't happen. So, hello everybody, welcome back to the Opp Block. We're gonna be reacting to Katiclyzm's very interesting response to the Danky Jabbo saga. We do have a tweet that I made that we're gonna go over as well, but more importantly, I want to thank everybody for stopping by to this episode of the Opp Block. Definitely nothing happened, nothing is wrong. Part of this will not be members only. Let's get into the fucking video.
I just want to start off the video by saying an apology to Danky Jabbo. The live stream that I did before was
okay. We're already starting off strong.
Pointless. And it was ultimately based off of no real evidence that I had, and if I was going to come and talk about our conversation, I should have had receipts. I should have been able to show things so that what I was talking about actually had substance. I want to apologize.
I should have kept my mouth shut.
So this is like my issue with her. I should have came with receipts. What do you mean? You lied. I'm frustrated because she lied about the receipts that she had. That's like literally what she did. She lied. Jesus Christ.
This whole drama has been created based upon some lady's inane attempt to defend her friend a year after the drama because she also as an excuse because she wanted clout.
But it's not even just that. It's there's something very interesting about this drama. It's very clear that Lewis was Boo-Boo the Fool for this drama.
Well, yes, everything from whatever she does from now on, if you're not like a blind fan of hers, should be considered suspect.
Oh yeah, she deleted her Twitter. We'll get there. I have my own tweet.
She's not gone. She just ran to Instagram.
Yeah, she ran to Instagram. Don't forget to mention her Twitter. Yeah.
Apologize for that live stream being so all over the place, and I want to apologize for making you feel as if you had no other choice but to make a video, because ultimately whatever was said on our call was not anybody else's business other than our own, and I should have been more mature just to sit down with you and have these conversations and hash it out in private rather than take it public. I do want to make it so inherently clear to everybody watching this and anybody who is upset by the situation that I know no matter what I say, it doesn't matter. Whatever reasoning I give does not matter. The outcome has meant that a person has had to come online and defend themselves based off of ultimately was a private phone call that I was not happy with the result of.
This is the thing that continues to bother me. In her live stream and in Lewis's video, the call is claimed to be 2 hours. The call is 45 minutes. Will she actually apologize for that?
No.
Will she say I'm sorry without saying a but afterwards?
Oh, there's gonna be a bunch of buts. Like, I mean, full disclosure, I've already seen this fucking video. This video is terrible.
I do, however, want to make it clear that in the call I had with Jesse, it was not made clear that he was not friends with Alex.
I explained exactly to Katiclyzm what I've been explaining to you this video. I edited for Alex, I was grateful for the opportunity that he gave me, that we were never friends, and I haven't spoken to him in months.
Now, I also acknowledge that that is none of my business. It is not my business whether Danky Jabbo is friends with Alex or not. Obviously, I had the right to be privately upset about that, but I didn't have the right.
But it's also, so when she says I have the right to be privately upset, it means you already came in with the preconception that you were gonna be upset with him. This is something else that really bothered me. It bothered me in her video. It bothers me in her live stream. It bothers me in Lewis's, but I don't think he knew. There is a very high likelihood that Katiclyzm knew exactly who Danky Jabbo was.
I have to assume, considering what she's already said, she already knew.
She knew and remember, she followed him. That has been consistent in every part of the story. My thought process, she knew who Danky was. Either he was going to message first or she was, and then that's where this was going to go. That is my theory. Because again, why are you reacting this way? There's something not right. And yeah, now she wants to be upset in private, not before. So she wanted to stir the pot. That's my running theory, if I'm being honest. Again, I have no proof for that. I'm not claiming that. It's just there's inconsistencies in her story, specifically when it comes to the annoying orange part, because she personally knew Alex through Alice, and that was something that allegedly everybody called him. It's not just a friend group thing. It was something that he was always referred to as. So that's like the weird thing too to that.
Right to come online. I just wanted to make it though abundantly clear, mine and Jesse's conversation did not end with a conclusion about his relationship with Alex. What I said on my live stream where I stated that he said to me, I would rather not talk about it, and then went on to sing Alex's praises is true. Can I prove that though? No. Should I have come online with no proof? No, I shouldn't have. It was
So if you can't prove it, then it's like, this is the thing. She's like, I can't prove it because you can't prove it because you couldn't prove it to begin with. Like, you're saying, oh, this thing is true. How? Why is it true? How did it become true? You can't prove that it's ever been true. You still also can't prove that follows our endorsements, because if we continue to go down that logic, then anybody you specifically follow, I'll check her Instagram real quick while we react to this video, because I am curious if she follows anybody who would be considered problematic.
ridiculous. And what did I expect from making that video? I wanted him to take accountability, but ultimately
Take accountability for what? You had no proof.
For what? No proof of anything. Take accountability of what? I used to work for I'm Alex. I used to edit for I'm
Yes.
Alex. There it is. That's it. I am
Yeah.
accountable for my paycheck and for
Yeah.
delivering edits on time. What do you want from him?
I don't.
Like, bro was an editor. What else did you what else did you want?
one in the wrong here was me. I shouldn't have jumped online to do a live stream because I was upset. I should have hashed it out in DMs with him and had my problem with him. I understand, and I'm genuinely so apologetic, because I understand that what I said and what I did in that live stream has meant that a hate mob was sent to him. I want to apologize for the fact that my videos resulted in so many people being disgustingly racist to him in his comment section, being nasty about his appearance, and just coming for stuff that was ultimately not relevant. I also should have not come for stuff that wasn't relevant. I shouldn't have made jokes about him potentially being a porn addict. That was out of pocket, and I am really sorry that resulted in him.
But you know what? You know what's really interesting though? She doesn't apologize for all the assumptions. Like she says, oh, I apologize for assuming that they were friends, blah, 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 right? It's something very, very interesting that I notice about this apology. She doesn't really apologize for the other messages that she sent taunting him. Her friends brigading his comments and things like that. Misleading her audience, right? She's only apologizing that she didn't have enough. That's what like she's saying when she's like, oh, I shouldn't have come on live with this. No, it's apologizing that she didn't have enough dirt on him. It's such a weird thing to say. Like, I've never, ever heard anything like that.
Feeling like he had to talk about his sexuality. I never even had considered that, and that proves how short-minded I was in this situation. And I'm really sorry that was something that
Because you're a petty
happened.
bitch.
And nothing I will say.
She doesn't consider men people. She considers men. This is like a weird subject to say. It's only like knowing kind of the spaces that she and even Lewis are in that I do kind of want to just like identify. I understand that there's a lot of misogyny. I've had female friends. I've had non-binary friends. I've had gay friends that have been subject to it throughout their careers. Falgi, check DMs. No fucking way she follows the vegan teacher of all people.
Oh no!
But again,
I saw Beckett's stream on her.
That's the thing, because she's gonna be like, well, why do you follow this person? I'm like, bitch, I follow people I hate because I want to know what the fuck they're saying, because I make fun of them later.
Guys, she follows the vegan teacher. This fucking wackadoo insano person that I only know of in lore. I don't know much about the vegan teacher. I only know she's fucking insane. This is the person who is like, oh my god, I can't believe Melanie Martinez's fans. We'll get to that whole fucking tweet. That's a fucking strange tweet.
Will make up for that. I am just truly, genuinely apologetic. I do want to address the accusations that are coming to me, because I feel like if I don't address these things, people are going to think, well, you did them then. But again, it's a difficult situation, because I understand also me combating these allegations may come across as me saying that I'm not sorry. I am very sorry for the live stream I made. I'm sorry for bringing mine and his private phone call drama, which ultimately that's all it boiled down to, online, was a petty and very silly thing to do. And at my size...
There was no drama. You couldn't prove shit. You had no proof of anything that you were saying. That's what you were upset by. You can't prove any of this. That's the fucking problem here. If you can't prove it, then don't fucking say it. Chat, there are things that we learn here at the Opp Block that I can never, ever prove. because it's word of mouth. Do you know what I don't do? I don't run it. Because what are you gonna do? You fucking have cuckoo banana fucking schizo theories? Because it's the fucking simulation theory? Like, you don't do
I
that.
have the clip.
You have the clip?
This meat is covered in barbecue sauce.
Okay.
The
Yeah.
baby is enjoying the barbecue sauce,
Uh-huh.
which is vegan.
Okay.
If this had been a
No,
lollipop,
no. You can't prove that.
Well, yeah,
You
not all barbecue
cannot
sauce is
prove
vegan
that.
either.
Not every barbecue sauce is vegan. Oh, definitely.
if this had been somebody's penis, covered
Yeah.
This is
This
amazing.
has been somebody's penis.
It's
All of
also
our
the fucking
endorsements.
baby face. No!
All of
I
that
too
endorsements.
drench my dick in barbecue sauce.
No, don't clip it.
Q, no!
Clip it,
No!
clip it,
Don't
clip it,
do
clip
it,
it,
Q,
clip it.
no! Remember, the Cataclysm follows our endorsements.
And me as a creator, by now I should have realized that I shouldn't have done that. People seem to believe that I accused him of being a pink. Is it pink reference while talking
you
about
did.
Smart Schoolboy
Yeah.
9 is a choice when for most women it's only pink pre-puberty, most certainly a choice. Exactly.
It's because you did. Because you
Yeah,
insinuated
you
it.
did, actually.
You insinuated the reason why men have an attraction to a pink vagina is because
Oh my
they
God.
chase the high of children. Do you understand how ludicrous that is? Do you understand the fucking insanity that is? She continues, like, the entomology of beef curtains, for instance. She gets wrong. It doesn't come from fucking porn.
So yes, it's a slang term from the US. It's just likening a woman's pussy to roast beef because it's beat up looking.
Thank you, Kevin.
Outer labia.
Outer labia.
Yes, outer
Thank you,
labia.
Q.
The labia
Does anybody
majora.
else want to chime
Labia
in?
majora. Thank you.
You
That's
know,
right.
the
No
thing, I
problem.
thought beef curtains was just like talking about old lady vagina.
It can
No.
it can be used for that too. It's just meant to imply roast beef pussy, and that's why I keep saying fucking put the roast beef in the bag. Do
As a
anything else.
vagina haver, I don't really care.
Anything being pink, but Katie is now just insinuating that I was somehow referencing anything to do with pedophilia or underage girls, which is incredibly insulting, obviously incorrect, and seriously damaging.
I can't explain how uncomfortable that makes me feel that is something that people have taken from that live stream.
It's what
I
you
never said
did.
Jesse was a
It's in a specific instance about a person who is believed and very much likely is an online predator. That's what bothers me is that that was an aside when you were like, yeah, real weird that he talks about this subject when that means pink pussy. Like, what the fuck do you mean? Also, fellas, ladies,
Yeah.
non-binary pals, please do not, and this is normal people. Normal people don't do this. But if you're the kind of person that's like, oh, I'm concerned about the color of my partner's private parts, need a fucking like head exam because I do think that there's something missing within you. It's almost like I'm saying that about her.
I was talking about the fact that he used the term beef curtains in a derogatory term, and me and my chat got into a conversation about where beef curtains comes from, the implications of that phrase. I said that the term beef curtains is rooted in racism.
All right, this woman
Yeah, go ahead. I also have a thought.
is not an expert on this. This is not what her degree is in. Not going to say what her degree is in, but I know for a fact it's not about women's studies. It could, I mean, she could have taken classes on it. Potentially, I would love to know, but she's not a foremost expert in pornography, in the history of pornography.
And would she care about talking about penises in a derogatory term? Slang for penis? Like, she only cares about the term beef curtains.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, what if it was talking about dicks in some kind of derogatory manner, like the short, stubby shit, like the mushroom head kind of shit?
That's a
Would
good
that be
point.
considered like
It's also food related.
derogatory?
Mm-hmm.
One of the things I find weird is that she keeps saying it's racist, but like most people of color don't have to deal with like worrying about the color of things. More they get called mannish or fetishized.
And misogyny. I shouldn't have gone on a side rant about the roots of a word that I was upset that he used, because of course people are going to think that implies that I'm saying he is said things. I do not think he was racist
Yes,
at
because you
all.
say it.
You implied it.
You literally said it, bitch. What do you expect people to say?
But of course I apologize for the stream being so ridiculously all over the place and having ultimately no basis of a kind of real accusation other than the fact that I didn't get an answer of whether he was friends with him or not.
And that is where You hear it. I'm sorry I didn't have an accusation. She doesn't care.
She wanted something to get him on.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's mad she didn't get the clip.
She's mad she didn't catch him. To say, I'm sorry I didn't have an accusation is wild. And the comments are eating her alive in this. It's so disgusting. It's so disingenuous. It's almost just, in my opinion, I believe she knew who Jabbo was and targeted him, hoping to catch him in a lie. And if she didn't, which apparently, clearly she didn't, she would make it so it sounded like one.
It was all a load of irrelevant bullshit that I shouldn't have been talking about. But I also wanted to address, I think I briefly just covered the accusations, because I never said he was a pedophile, nor do I believe he is a pedophile. I have not made that statement at all. Much like I didn't say he was an abuser, and I did not say he was...
You did! Okay, I'm paraphrasing, but she expressed that it was a pipeline, that the little things are a pipeline to abuse, and then used her own, by her account, real-world abuse story, which I'm not going to disprove or prove. That's not what the point of me saying that is. And you said, you see Jabbo? The end result is the boyfriend that poured boiling water all over my skin.
So if we follow her full train of thought, so she called him a porn addict for knowing what beef curtains was.
Yeah.
She called him, she said that Pink is
related to wanting a vagina like a child.
Like, if you follow the whole train, basically she's implying he looks at CP and is a pedophile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's the line of logic you go into when you go this far. Literally, Katie literally stated Jabbo would turn out like her abuser. Exactly. And she'll cut it out. She will cut out that part. She implied her audience was stupid for not following her logic. Yes, she's also discussing how stupid her audience is.
Okay.
was a racist. Now, obviously, my stream is deleted because I deleted it when I realized that he was not friends with Alex anymore, and that was cleared up. The stream got deleted. Now, I know a lot of people may think that is me running away and not taking accountability, but I just didn't want to keep it up because it's not fair on him anymore now that everything has been cleared up. Now, I know that was...
What do you mean everything has been cleared up? Nothing's been cleared up because it wasn't true. You had nothing to prove. Yeah.
You know, what about the people that haven't followed all of the other drama and have only heard your one live stream from November or whatever?
Yeah, it was like over a month ago. Yeah, that's the other thing too. Like, you live streamed this. You lied to people. I do not know.
And they believe you, and they still believe her. They
yes,
still
her audience
support
believes
her.
Her,
Yeah.
like her audience. Again, I don't shit on people's audiences.
Pretty hot girl can't do anything wrong.
I don't like shitting on people's audiences. It's one of those things that I don't like doing. But it's like, you have to understand that, like, her audience is like, oh, she had good intentions. That's because they know her. Same part with Lewis in a certain way. If you see this, I do think you need to make a public statement or potentially another interview to really kind of get the story straight. There are problems with your apology. I think your apology is good, but I think that there's a lot of... It's better than hers, but I think that there's a lot of questions not only about your research ethics and the way your creation is, your content is created, but also whatever conversations that happen between you and Katie and how she portrayed it. Because a lot of people, when you say, don't send hate towards Katie, I wonder if she extends the same courtesy to you in her apology.
Was my mistake because I should have deleted it previously as he didn't owe me anything to be cleared up. But obviously watching his response video, it made me change my mind about the way that I approach things and made me think about how I would have affected him as a person. I truly apologize for that stream. It was ridiculous to make, and I've been reflecting about it and thinking, what did I expect from that? I don't know what I expected. And the baseless accusation
in her community post, she outright threw Lewis under the bus. Yeah, that was the other thing. And when he said, I'm a scapegoat in the stream, you feel the air disappear from the room.
One of the things that I keep seeing her do is she's like dodging the why she made the stream and saying, I don't know why I made it. And that's a very bold-faced lie because, like, again, she wanted a clip. She wanted something that she could clip out of context, in context, something that makes Stanky tied to Alex in a way that could drag him down with Alex or forces Alex to throw him under the bus.
On him being an abuse apologist are correct. I did make baseless accusations because him not telling me whether he was friends with Alex or not is not a good it's not enough evidence. That is not evidence, and I am stupid for even thinking that.
Katiclyzm even justifies her harassment towards me as putting a stop to my future abuse, comparing me to her ex-boyfriend who she she said had poured boiling water over her, and telling people that if she didn't put a stop to me now, that I could end up like this.
For the context for the following clip, I was talking here about the idea of Denki Jappa potentially making light of an abuser. You're fucking lying. That is not what the fucking clip is about. You liar. And how that contributes to said person thinking that they can get away with abuse. By her own logic, she tells on herself. She believes that Denki is joking and defending an abuser behind the scenes, which means that he must believe he gets away with abuse. This statement betrays her entire point of this portion. I was not saying that Jesse here is the person who would become the abuser. That's not what you said at all. It was just in reference when you don't call someone out, their behavior worsens. This is taken out of context if it seems that I'm implying that Jesse would become worse. Then that was not the case. Literally, that's what you're saying right here in the beginning of the phrase.
So one of the things I've been seeing Lewis and Katie do is they keep counting this as checking him to keep him on track.
Yeah.
That's something they've both said in both of their apologies, I believe.
Yeah.
Because, like, what was there to fix? You fixed a problem that didn't exist.
There was no problem.
But in all seriousness, guys, you know, this type of behavior is only the beginning. You know, I've seen more often than not when stuff is just surface level, it gets worse and worse, you know? Something that was definitely a bad move was for me to talk about.
She left out the part.
Yeah.
Literally left out the part that this is the road to interpartner abuse. You fucking disingenuous piece of shit.
My ex in the same sentence. I do not want to go into me talking about my abusive relationship. It's not relevant.
You know what's crazy?
No, it is relevant. Shut up. Your abuse, because this is the base of your entire fucking crusade against Denki Jarbo is your abuse.
Well, it's not even that. It's the whole point of her channel. Her abuse story, whenever it comes to abusive men, is she made it content. You can't say, I don't want to talk about my abuse relationship. When it's part of your content, you wouldn't have mentioned it on a live stream.
Is basically her content just about her abuse?
So, from what I could tell from her channel, we'll go to her channel a little bit.
It's like breadtube stuff too.
It's just stock breadtube shit. Like
an
anti-sex work. This is how
Go
she
swimming
feels about sex
on
workers.
holiday, and I'd come back and I'd be better at everybody else at swimming because I just swam for 2 weeks straight. You sucking and doing it well is not, that's light work. Give me 1,000 right in one go. Well, not in one go, but one after the other for maybe a month or two, and I'll be a fucking master at sucking cock. I'd be like Gordon Ramsay of sucking dick. I'd be like the Bill Gates of sucking dick. Like, don't talk to me about sucking cock. Like, what am I doing?
Wow.
My mum watches my videos. I don't think I should be doing this.
They're gonna destroy me.
Yeah, she'd be terrible at it. Because she'll stop to, like, berate the guy for asking her to suck his cock.
Oh my.
I bet she stops for air.
Ash. Oh.
I bet she stops for air is crazy. What the fuck?
Ash being like.
I bet she stops for air.
Ash being like, misogyny ain't done any better by another vagina happer. Only I can do this.
Relevant, and I would by no means want it to come across as if I am, you know, trying to play the victim card, because that's not what I want. But I would say I shouldn't.
But I would say you're playing the victim card every time you do this. You're playing the victim card. Shut the fuck up. If you don't want to play the victim card, stop talking. Stop opening your mouth. You should have ended this video literally like 4 minutes ago.
Have spoke about that in the same breath as him, although I was trying to talk about why I was so upset about the fact that I didn't know if he was friends with Alex. I deserve to be held accountable for doing that stream, and I deserve to be held accountable for forcing him to make a video and messaging him and kind of putting Instagram stories up that were really petty and stupid and irrelevant. And I hold my hands up to that wholeheartedly. And obviously I don't expect people to trust me. I don't expect people to even want to watch me anymore. If you're someone that is upset with me, that is perfectly reasonable. It was a stupid decision, and I made that decision, and I'm old enough to know better. Obviously I have learned from this. That doesn't mean much. You can only, I guess you can only see from my actions. Actions do speak louder than words. That's something I've preached time and time again. And I just think me apologizing is only going to do a certain amount. I guess it all boils down to how I act in the future and how I change up my approach to dealing with things that upset me, because that's ultimately what this was caused by. Thank you guys a lot for listening. I'm taking full responsibility for that live stream because the way I did it was messy, and the original accusation of me calling him an abuse apologist has been disproven. And even if he hadn't disproved it, I should have never have done it. It was not my hill to die on. And
not my hill to die on. Doesn't apologize for the weird call. Doesn't apologize for the misinfo.
Apologizes for nothing.
She doesn't.
I
stand
shouldn't
for
have
nothing.
felt like I was this like
It's not
savior.
this
It was none of my business to talk about.
Didn't Dinky Jabba also
again,
say that she
thank
was, like,
you for
pestering him
watching
in
this and
DMs,
spending.
Yes.
like multiple times after this too?
She would continue for months. Like, first DM was like, hey, maybe you should join my friend's call. It was like in September. He didn't really want to. And then she would message him again that same month. And then twice in fucking November before she made the stream. What the fuck do these kind of content do these people make normally? I can't. So,
RedTube commentary.
yeah. So the
And-
best way to describe it is they are they are political tea channels. So they cover TikTok tea like Nick is not green, but a lot of it is from a increasingly young, naive, and malinformed perspective, because they do the whole holier than thou, we the young people will change the world thing. And they also and it's perfectly fine on either side of the spectrum, constantly interject their own political takes into how the content is made, and that becomes part of it as well. But their personalities aren't that strong. That was a really big complaint that every live stream I've ever watched about Lewis McClung has been. He just feels so robotic and by the numbers as a content creator. You see in other videos of his that his script just hits keywords and like factors. Like if you look at him, it is like, I affirm women. I'm the man, I'm the soft man that affirms women because men don't do that normally. Know who else did that? Jake Doolittle. I know he stole Hello Sisters from Hello Sisters is or Hey Sisters is from like James Charles. I think the Lily Phillips video is one that's highly interesting that all these bread tubers do, because they really steal autonomy from this woman, saying that her production team is controlling her, but like being like, she's not forced into sex work. It's like a different, like, it's so bizarre. It's literally just so disingenuous to her as a person, and it just judges her by the work that she does, which is something none of these people, for considering themselves like leftists, liberals, whatever the fuck they want to call themselves, none of them, and I do mean none of them, will own up to that. They don't look at her as a person. They look at her as a problem and a broken toy. A lot of young people, in my opinion, not, and this is my opinion, is why the younger generation feels a lot of like self-righteousness, and I think that's part of the problem in their content, in some of the content that they consume. We all grew out of that at a certain point, and hopefully they do, but there is way too much self-righteous, self-aggrandizing commentary in what they specifically do. The rest of her video is pretty pointless, in my opinion, but we'll listen
Time
to it.
to watch this. This is something that I will learn from, and
No, you won't.
of course I don't expect people just to be like,
Fuck
okay,
you.
that's fine. What I did was wrong. I should
So,
not
real
have
quick.
made him out to be an abuser.
So she ends her apology with, okay, that's fine, and then proceeds to tell people, you didn't understand my point of view. How dare you?
Yeah.
Apologist. It's completely on me. It reflects clearly a lot about my brain and the way I view things.
Yes, because you view men as objects of hate. You don't view them as people. You also see that in other women too.
And how like ultimately just biased and wrong it was. And yeah, again, to Danky Jabbo, I'm really sorry. You didn't deserve me to have put that on blast online. So
Put that on blast.
Put that on
online.
blast. As if that whatever she's saying was a private matter. That's not what the issue is. There was no that. You were that.
Some of these comments are raw as shit. Honestly, I really did fuck with your content, but this is childish in your apology. It seems like you're defending yourself more than apologizing. I will say apologies should be short and sweet and to the point, in my opinion. It should never be long. Not gonna lie, he cooked the fuck out of you. I enjoy your content, but eventually something like this was gonna catch up to you. That's so insane. That's so indicting. Holy fuck.
Falgi, I think the speedruns comment was how quickly they produced an apology after they deleted their streams.
Very spot on. Actual reflection, maybe, but like, I'm not sorry for being racist. What?
Huh?
She was not racist at any point. Jesus Christ. She said beef curtains refer to women of color when it actually is a general term for women's labia. Look it up whether it's a racist term. Which again,
It's not.
It's not. Do you guys think Cataclysm has learned?
No.
No.
It's been 3 days.
Cataclysm on Twitter. Well, no,
She
excuse me.
ran.
She deleted her Twitter. But you know what she didn't delete?
Because of this?
No, we'll get to it. But you know what she didn't delete, chat? She didn't delete Instagram, though. I tweeted out because I found it. YouTuber Katiclyzm leaves Twitter, blaming Melanie Martinez stands posts. It definitely doesn't have to do with a recent misinfo campaign and a terrible apology. This is what she said. Luckily, I literally deleted Twitter today because it's such a dog shit place. So luckily, I can evade seeing the individuals who want to die on the hill that there's not even a potential those images are strange. I'm slightly more free.
No, you're not.